Good morning, everyone. I don't know where you all are this morning. It's not bright and early here. I've been up since the crack of dawn, as I always am. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all taking care and trying to fill your day with the things that make you happy that you never had time for before. At the moment, the time is just flying, and I keep thinking tomorrow, 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 and of course, tomorrow never comes, does it? um, so here I am today, and I thought, what am I going to talk about? So I opened Louise Hay's book, The Power Is Within You, and I thought I'm going to just run with what I'm being shown. And the page I opened to has this. And I want to read it to you because I love the way spirit works, as you know. Hey, how you going? Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, Felice. How are Suzanne? Crystal Beauty. How are you all? I just want to read this paragraph and then I'll get on a little bit of a talk about things. It says, it doesn't matter what you do in this world. It doesn't matter if you are a bank president or a dishwasher, a housewife or a sailor. You have wisdom inside of you that is connected to universal truth. When you are willing to look within and ask a simple question such as, what is this experience trying to teach me? And if you are willing to listen, then you will have the answer. Most of us are so busy running around creating the soap opera and drama we call our lives. Most of us are so busy running around creating the soap opera and drama we call our lives that we don't hear anything. I just did the readings and I'll put them up afterwards. And today I did a third one because the first two came out pretty much the same, and so did the third one. So the third one was really interesting, though. It talks about hey, how you going, Susan? And Joanne, how are you? So it sort of made me realize a couple of things about, having so much time at the moment and how to use the time to the best way you can. Because we are human and we have been taught to just overthink things. I don't know why that is. I think I said to you yesterday, I've been getting into Taoism a little bit, and I've sort of understood the need to control, the power that we feel by trying to be in control of things, which of course we're not in control of. We can try and guide, we can try and steer, but at the end of the day, the universe often has, hey, how are you, Samantha? Hello, UK, how are you? The power of trying to control something. And when we put our intention out and we ask for something, we tend to keep focusing on it. So we overthink it. And then we are just thinking, and not allowing the universe to do what it wants to do. And I remember as a child, people saying to you, a watched pot never boils. And it's so true. I mean, we've all done it. You stand in front of the microwave, put it on for a minute, and it takes 3 hours for the minute to go because you're waiting. So I am good. Thanks, Samantha. I'm fabulous. I feel amazing. And I thought about this a lot because it's come up in the readings a lot today. So obviously this is a collective energy. So you must remember I'm pulling in the energies of the universe when I do this. And it seems yeah, that's right. We're not listening to Felice has made a good point, and I hope you don't mind me speaking here, Felice. Felice has written, we're taught to doubt our thoughts and feelings. So when we need to make a decision, we're hearing so many different voices we can't hear or believe our own. Now, the crux of this here is that we don't listen to our feelings. We focus on what we're thinking, and we bring in all the thoughts of other people, things we've been told, things we've been conditioned with, and it all goes on up here. And we don't listen to our intuition. And our intuition is something that we are not naturally, well, we are when we're children. We're very much tuned into that. I often talk about the things I saw as coincidences as a child that I now realize they were not coincidences. So I believe now that when we're in our heads overthinking, and like Felice said, we're bringing in all of the conditions that we've learned, that you need to be quiet and you need to seek solitude to allow your feelings to come forward. Now, there is a very big difference between thinking and feeling. And some of us have to practice that because we've been raised in a very logical environment. And going back to the Taoism thing, it's around you understanding that you can't control everything that happens in your life. You can't control. I mean, this, as I've said before, this whole situation we're in now, we're completely out of control. We're at the mercy of, all of the other things that are going on around us. So now is the time not to overthink it. So if you're looking for solutions and you're waiting for things to happen and you're waiting, hey, Scott, how you going? And you're waiting now for things to finish, finalize, whatever, instead of waiting and overthinking about when things are going to happen, what's going to happen, when's it going to come round, what am I going to do now? Take the time out to start working on your feelings, because we've been brought into such a logical world, we are taught to drive everything home. We're taught to work really hard. We're taught to, do everything in a way that is not conducive to who we are as human beings. So this is very much of a time to sit with your feelings, sit with your intuition and listen to what your intuition's telling you. Overthinking it, trying to go round in circles, trying to understand it all is going to drive you crazy. We all do it. I'm just the same. And sometimes I have to stop and go, hang on a moment. I'm going nowhere with this thinking. I'm not producing anything. What I need to do is just trust that this is going to work out in its own time. Now, this isn't just about what's going on at the moment. This is with everything. You can't, hey, Moira, how you going? You can't push a result by overthinking it. That worry, that control, that sending things round and round in your head is just going to be exhausting. So this is a really good time for meditation. It's a really good time to take that power back. If you're not fond of meditation or find it difficult, I always talk about EFT, and that is the process of tapping. And there's a really great guy on YouTube called Brad Yates. So if you find that meditation is not working because you're too mentally active, then try tapping, because that does help to sort of shift your energies around and get you sort of out of your head for a little while. And being out of your head and in your body space and in your feelings will help to heal you. So it's a really good way to go. But anyway, I will get off that. I'm going to draw you a card as well this morning. So I thought I'd go for the Animal Spirit Guidebook. I don't think whoever was on the other day asked about how many tarot decks I had. So if I say it in here, I hope whoever it was goes back and watches it. So the other day I went through my cupboard, I went through my other cupboard, I went through my decks that I've got here, and also I had in my car, because I go to fairs, although I'm not at the moment. So I have a kit bag in my car, and especially if I get caught short or I'm out and about and something happens that I need my kit, my tarot cards. And I had 4 more decks in there. So I thought, well, so I have a total of around about 71 decks. That's very true, Felice. Yes, usually at 3 a.m. I'm up at that time anyway. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning is pretty standard for me. There you go. See, you can, that's right, because a lot of people don't need to meditate. Some people say playing sport helps them get out of their heads. So it may be that you need to do something active rather than passive. And it is an art. And I know that guided meditations are easier than trying to meditate yourself. But even mindfulness, even taking that 2 or 3 minutes, you have a little program on your Fitbits, if you've got Fitbits, that take you out of your head just for a couple of minutes. Anyway, back to the tarot deck. So what did I have? I had around about 71. I have about 23 oracle decks, 39 tarot. Well, that's 43 tarot. And I have 5 Lenormand decks as well. So I don't use the Lenormand. What time is it here? You're 20. Oh, goodness, 10:15 at night, Samantha. It is 7:15 in the morning here. It's breakfast time. It's 5:15 in Ottawa in Canada. Canada is a fabulous place. I have real trouble trying to organise. I didn't realise Canada had so many time zones. And the first time I read for a few people in Canada, I was like, got it so wrong. I rang some poor girl at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. She said, I'm at work. I was like, no, I had that wrong. I think there's 3 or 4 time zones in Canada as well as the US and as Australia too. I think we have 4 time zones here. It depends on daylight savings too, because Queensland goes differently to us. So I think it's 3 or 4. Hey, Jody, how you going? Are you raining where you are? Rain and storms just got here. Okay. Oh, okay. Felisa said if I want to give away my tarot decks to ask. Actually, I have a few I probably should give away that I don't use anymore. That would be lovely, Moira, if you come to Australia. 6:45 in Adelaide. So Adelaide are a half an hour behind us. I think Perth are 3 hours behind us. Queensland varies in daylight saving up to an hour behind us. And then I think New Zealand's about 2 hours in front of us. They actually lead the world in time. Anyway, I'm just going to pull a card from the Animal Spirit deck. Is it really crazy in New Zealand? Can I say to you, Jody, here in Australia at this time of the year, we're starting to cool down. So the days are generally beautiful, but the nights in some states here, it's getting quite cold already. By the end of April, a lot of people have heaters going. So it can get quite cold. But last weekend, we had the most ridiculous winds, and we normally get them in around about August. And they were so I think because we haven't got as much machinery, cards, pollution, that somehow or another the weather patterns may shift a little, which is quite interesting if you're saying there's crazy weather in New England. All right, let's pull you a card. So I'm going to read you from the Animal Spirit Guidebook. And after I've been doing all that talking, it'll be interesting to see what Spirit sends my way now. Okay. Oh, we have 2. We are reading 2. Oh, hello. How are you, Winter Love Peace? Erin, you're on board. How are you, Erin? Oh, look. Erin's our astrology queen. Sun is identity and Pluto is restrictions. Jupiter is expansion. Your natal moon is in Capricorn. Tuesday, the 14th of April. The Sun squares Pluto. Sun squares Jupiter moon. 19% Capricorn sextiles. Wow. Okay. Sun is identity and Pluto is restrictions. That's really interesting. I'll have to have a think about that. I'll sit with that, Erin. Okay. So Erin often, when I do the readings, will come on and say that the readings fit really well with the astrology. For some unknown reason, we seem to align those things. I do have the card of the lion and the card of the moth. So I'm going to read both of those for you. I always find this book a little harder to use to it. There you go. See, negativity. Okay, so the lion. This is about patience, regal, and a complete master. So if you're a Leo out there you go. It's your card. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. Waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our guest begins. That was an interesting card to get out, wasn't it? Love it. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you going? Day is of breakthrough. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to read the moth for you now because I'm wondering with that lion coming up as self-mastery, what is the moth teaching us? Okay, this is impulsive, hasty, and wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or difficult. Interesting. Oh, well, that's for someone too. So, hey, how are you, Tabitha? Oh, well, it's lovely to see you on board. There's a lot of people on board today, so we have 19. Woohoo! So have a wonderful day. I'm about to put the day readings up. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Moira. Do you know you make my day too? I'm really enjoying doing these, and my mind's going crazy because I was really nervous about going on live like this and showing my face because I guess I've got a little bit of a discomfort around seeing myself there. Hey, Lenore, how you going? Hi, Yvonne. Bye, Yvonne. You're gorgeous. Thanks, Scott. I will have a wonderful day, and I'm sure you will too. And then the last couple of times I've been on, I've really enjoyed it so much. You're so welcome, Suzanne. And I know that it's getting a little busier, which is sort of the way I thought it would be. But I watch other people do readings online and I watch other people do all those sort of things. And I really want to get around to doing that. So hopefully this week I'll get myself organized enough to come on and, oh, Elizabeth, don't you make me cry. And thank you so much, Erin. I believe that too. I think that, in the moment while we're all sort of a little bit cut off, I think it's really good to get everybody together to let you know that we're not alone here. We're all in this together. You have a good day, Joanne, too. And hopefully one day this week I might get on and do some readings. I'll organise today to do a Facebook Live as well if you're coming over for that, and maybe pop a competition up. But that's all on my list to do. I've got my list here because I always say I'm going to do things and I get so distracted. And it's not because I'm not doing anything. I'm distracted because I get too busy. You too, Erin. And much love to you all. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.